Good Monday morning. We made it. We made it through the weekend. Look at us. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Mine was all right.
We made it through the weekend. Look at us.
Here we go again. There we go. Mute that. All right. Let's get started. So, good game yesterday. Good Bronco game, right? So, I decided about halftime. I was like, okay, I've had enough of this. I can't. I can't. And so, my wife decided to keep watching it. She doesn't really watch football. She only watches football with me because I never have. I don't like throwing things at the TV, or I might get a little upset, but it's just football, man. Okay. I watch it because I like the sport. So she came and told me they were coming back. So thank you, Shannon, for letting me for having my back, man. See, I just need to have a little bit of patience. And then we had a lot of fun watching the end of that. So cool. Before we get started today, there's some people on my mind. And I want to I want to put a word out for them, and I would like it if everybody could help me pray for them. One is my niece. She is going through back surgery today. Because of her MS, and she's autistic, and so we're praying hard for her. She deserves something really good in her life, so I'm praying for her. Our friend Carrie, who you guys see on here all the time, she's in the hospital right now. It was planned. I don't want to go into it as to why, because that is not my spot, but she is part of our group. We're going to pray for her. Ursula is back from the hospital, but not quite over COVID. Let's give some prayers for her. And last but not least, my little brother is going through some hard times right now. And he needs, he really needs it because he doesn't believe in God. So, and he lets you know. So I pray for him in secret. But I don't let him know. Shh. So, all right. So our pride has been hurt. Poor things. Poor us. Our pride has been hurt. So we're gonna get into that. Life's gonna beat the fuck out of you guys. It's life. Hey, some things are harder to go through than others. I have a lot on my mind too. I'm going through a lot of stuff, but how we handle ourselves, right? We know this. How we handle ourselves is what it comes down to. This isn't being done to us, okay? And if you take it personally, well, I'm going to put it a different way. You ever hear the saying, God never gives you more than you can handle? I call bullshit. I believe that God gives me more than I can handle so that I reach out to his children. Because otherwise I won't. Right? Even when I'm doing really, really well. Right? Right? So I go along, and I'm not asking people for help. Right? Helping other people, great. But sometimes other people need to, and we've talked about relationships in the past, right? Every relationship's 50-50. It can't be more or less than that. I don't know why people get it. It just, the numbers don't fucking work, people. All right? You give 50, you take 50. That's how a relationship works. So if the other person knows that you care by taking, it's like somebody brings you a cake and you eat it anyway because even though it's disgusting, right? That was a very bad example. Let's get to the reading. I'm not quite awake yet. I think it's showing. The more self-searching we do, the more we realize how often we react negatively because our pride has been hurt, right? So sometimes our pride gets hurt, and this can happen at any time. These are good check-ins for us. Man, that motherfucker did something. I'm 5 years sobriety. Motherfucker, what is it? That's something I gotta take care of, right? Right. Pride is at the root of most of my personal problems. Or you just give it to fear. Good morning, Joe. It's good to see you. I see you. I see you posting over there. It's good to see you. When my pride is hurt, for example, I almost invariably experience resentment and anger, sometimes to the point where I'm unable to talk or think rationally. Wow. I understand this. Okay. And it might be something that maybe you got triggered. Now, I really want you to take, depending on what, if you've got more than 6 months of sobriety, and there's a reason for that. If you have gone through the steps and you are still dealing with this, and you are more than 6 months sober, go see your doctor, please. Go see a therapist, because you have something that you're dealing with that you just can't see. It has been blocked from you, okay? Because you can't handle it right now. Your body's protecting you. Your mind is protecting you. Trust me on this. I still have stuff that I don't remember. I know it's in there. I know it is. Just lurking like a motherfucker, man. Jeebus. When I'm in that sort of emotional swamp, I must remind myself that my pride and nothing but my pride has been injured. Right? Good thing too, right? Right? Because if it's only my pride that's been injured, I can handle that. I can deal with that. Right? It's when I blow up and I start hurting God's children. Right? I am on speed dial when God lets me know almost immediately when I have hurt God's children. Okay? Because my stomach goes, and I'm like, oh. Okay, wrong move. Wrong move. Let's get rid of this. How do we get rid of this? Well, I owe that person over there an apology. That was fucked up, dude. Okay, no matter what he did to you. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what somebody else has done to you. You still do not have a right to abuse God's children. Period. At any level, for any fucking reason. I'm not saying you don't want to. I'm not saying that I don't have times when I want to. Okay? Somebody put hands on my little girl. You think I don't want to beat the shit out of a motherfucker? Ooh, yes, I do. You know I do. I must remind myself that my pride and nothing but my pride has been injured. I have to pause and try to cool off until such a time that I can evaluate the problem realistically. When my pride is injured or threatened, will I pray for humility so that I can rise above myself? It's a good thing to pray for at that point. Humility. Gratitude list might help. I don't know. A gratitude list might not help at that point. If you're in rage, I don't know. I think you're a little bit beyond that. So there's this word called prevention. Okay. And what it does is it enables us to work on a problem before something actually happens. Right. Just like when we get up in the morning, we pray we pray God to keep us clean and sober, right? Same thing, right? We're setting ourselves up to succeed for that day, right? And when we don't pray, we feel it, don't we? Yeah. What's wrong with me today? I feel off. I forgot to pray. I want you to think back. Is that how your thought process used to work? Because it wasn't how mine worked. And now I want to go back to that life. It is plain that a life which includes deep resentment leads only to futility and unhappiness. To the precise extent that we permit these, do we squander the hours that might have been worthwhile. All right. I love the 30s. So to the precise extent that we permit these, so we're letting people spend time in our heads when we don't need to. That's what they're saying right here. And then we squander hours that might have been worthwhile on the what ifs. Well, when I see them, I'm going to say this, or I bet if I did it. Nah. But with the alcoholic whose hope is the maintenance and growth of a spiritual experience, this business of resentment is infinitely grave. We found that it is fatal. Yes, it will kill you. Yep, I've seen pride kill many people. For when harboring such feelings, we shut ourselves off from the sunlight of the spirit. The insanity of alcohol returns and we drink again. With us to drink is die. Okay. That's what happened to me in my relapse. I stepped out of the sunlight of the spirit. Okay. I stepped away and I didn't come back. Well, I did. I'm here now, but it was a long time. If I would have gotten right back, I may have been able to do something about it. I don't know. If we were to live, we had to be free of anger. The grouch and the brainstorm were not for us. They may be the dubious luxury of normal men, but for alcoholics, these things are poison. My anger will kill me. Okay? Well, your emotions will kill you. You what? My anger gave me a freaking heart attack, man. Yes, it will. If you don't deal with it. All right? So it's true and it's not true. We turned back to the list, for it held the key to the future. We were prepared to look at it from an entirely different angle. We began to see that the world and its people really dominated us. In that state, the wrongdoing of others, fancy to rule, real, had the power to actually kill. How could we escape? We saw that these resentments must be mastered, but how? We could not wish them away any more than alcohol. This was our course. We realized that the people who wronged us were perhaps spiritually sick. Though we did not like their symptoms and the way these disturbed us, they, like ourselves, were sick too. Well, how about yourself? I don't know about you, but for the grace of God, there go me. And that's me right there they're talking about, right? So I need to give the same tolerance and love to the next person that was given to me. Okay? If that next person is on your resentment list, guess what? Okay? Why? Because it changes. It changes you. Because you're like, well, I know what that's like, and it sucked. I hated being there. Well, I hope that person, then your outlook on that person changes. We ask God to help us show them the same tolerance, pity, and patience that we would cheerfully grant a sick friend. When a person offended, we said to ourselves, this is a sick man. How can I be helpful to him? God save me from being angry. Thy will be done. We avoid retaliation or argument politics. We wouldn't treat sick people that way. And we're talking about the fourth step, but that applies to politics too. If we do, we destroy our chance of being helpful. We cannot be helpful to all people, but at least God will show us how to take a kindly and tolerant view of each and every one, right? That's why I put together the group, the Trudging Together group, because I can help as many people as I can, but Jill's on here and she might be able to help somebody better than I can because of her experience, right? So that's what's so important about the Trudging Together group too, is we have different facets coming in. And it's really cool because I've been watching the group and we're all helping each other and I ain't doing nothing. That's awesome. I have no control over what's going on in that group. I have a limited amount of control, but the cool part is that it's doing it itself because of the way that it was set up and the people in it. So great job. I I get a lot of compliments from our group. So, and that's on you guys, not me. I love the mute button. All right. May I know that if my pride is hurt, the rest of me may not be injured at all. May I know that my pride can take a battering and still come back stronger than ever for more. May I know that every time my pride takes a blow, it is liable to get more defensive, nastier, more unreasonable, more feisty. May I learn to keep my upstart pride in another place where it will not be so easily hurt or so willing to take credit. Today, I'll remember humility is the only authority over pride. All right. So this is for the people that are newer in the program, because I remember this part of you kept taking everything away from me. You took my alcohol, you're taking my thoughts, you're taking my pride, literally I'm being stripped down and everything is being taken from me. And it's very frustrating because it's scary as fuck. Okay. And my pride kept, nope. No, that might be my first reaction, but I have this little thing called willingness that I'm able to utilize that can kind of put pride to the side for a second, so I can say, God, is that really the way that I need to go? I need some direction, and I need your help. And I need your help because if I stay where I'm at, I will not be useful to your children. Do you see the catch there? You're like, oh, it's not a catch. It's a catch. Come on, just call for what it is, right? It's a catch. But it's a good one. Any word in the human, you could take any word and make it good or bad, just depending on how you use it, on how you utilize it. Words are words, right? So, all right, we went a couple minutes over today, so that'll be all right. Almost all the podcasts are now up on YouTube. So people can watch them there now. Yesterday I was all excited because I thought I was going to have it done, and YouTube said, nope, only 15 videos a day. I'm like, yeah. Oh, well, what are you going to do? No. You can plan the plan, but you can't plan the results. So I did what I could so that today I can just click. Now it's going to be really easy. See? I had an option. I could either be pissed off at YouTube because I'm a premium member. I'm a premium member. Don't they know who I am? They have a very good reason for only having 15 videos a day. Okay. Their computers would blow up. They wouldn't be able to keep up with everybody. That's why. All right, guys. That'll be it. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. I love you. Peace out and have a day. Bye.